My white mother watches my Snapchats from LA. 2 brown girls in the heart of a white college town in Wisconsin documenting the drunk frat boys in their natural habitat. One of them dances the Macarena outside a bar while he waits in line. Another walks past us stumbling, looks us both up and down, and says, "Hola," an inch from my friend's face. "We speak English, motherfucker," I yell as he walks toward the next bar. We laugh it off and chalk it up to cultural differences. We are not angry. If anything, we are amused. 2 girls from LA have never been surrounded by this many real white people at once. And by real, I mean Wisconsin white. LA white is a totally different thing. We are intrigued. My LA white mother watches the videos, listens to our commentary, and calls me racist. Says I claim not to be, but that my Snapchats tell a different story. The truth is, in Wisconsin, I did not feel white. So I can't identify exactly what she is trying to defend. I'm not even entirely sure that white is a thing that can be felt. White is not an emotion. White is an action. An entitlement to civil liberties, maybe, an exemption from microaggressions like the ones we experienced outside the bar. I am white. A white passing Latina, that is. I benefit from it all the time, like when I am stopped by an officer, which is almost never, or when I am shopping in a store and no one follows me. Whenever I want, I can code switch into my college graduate voice, use an authoritative tone, and talk my way out of almost anything. Believe me, I admit to all of that, but I still don't always feel white. I have no connection to that culture because there is no culture to have a connection to. The food, the music, the language, traditions, all borrowed. How is it that white people own everything and nothing at the same time? Yes, I am white, but I am also Mexican. For me, this means in the sun, my skin doesn't burn. It browns golden like a buñuelo, deep fried in oil and then sprinkled with cinnamon sugar and then dipped in cajeta. When I get out of the shower, my hair dries straight and smooth like Oaxacan silk. My face is flat and round, just like my Apache ancestors. My cheekbones are descended from Aztec warriors, and my natural eyebrow shape is every chola's wet dream. In elementary school, my father would take me to the East LA library. He would sit his 6-foot body in the tiny chairs at the kids' tables with me and point to the black and white pictures of the Chicano moratorium, the East LA walkouts, the Delano grape strike. If you're not pissed off, you're not paying attention, he would say. He would take me to El Mercadito and he would buy me a raspado. He would teach me the proper way to pronounce things on the menu like enchilada, tamarindo, chilaquiles, or chata. On Sundays, we would go cruising, the windows down, the wind in our hair, singing Cielito Lindo at the top of our lungs with the mariachi trumpets blaring behind our voices. He would always say, "Mija, you never know where you are going until you know where you've been." This is when I was given permission to belong. He was my hero, and I felt the weight of the legacy he was passing down to me. It was heavy, like an elephant on my shoulders, but I was proud to carry it. I come home, and I am so excited to share these heirlooms with my mother. She sits for a minute and glances at the books as I excitedly spout off all of the knowledge that my father had just shared. I tell her proudly that he was part of El Movimiento, that he marched with Cesar Chavez and the Brown Berets, and that the police beat him with their nightsticks for protesting. My throat turns into a battleground and my voice into an armed soldier as I describe to her the Zoot Suit riots, and how the cops shot and killed Ruben Salazar in the head with a tear gas can. My white mother says she doesn't understand why I am so angry. But how could she? She walks to the kitchen as I keep talking. I finish, and she says, "I have spaghetti and meatballs on the stove. I don't want you to forget you are Italian too, you know." I had just learned that half of me comes from a long line of warriors. I wondered what these secrets my other half held. We sat at the dinner table and I asked her excitedly, "What does it mean to be Italian?" And as she laughed between bites, she said, "I don't know, honey. I'm from Venice Beach." Thank you.